The Philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer, Life as Endless Suffering. Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most influential philosophers of the 19th century, is renowned for his deeply pessimistic outlook on existence. At the core of his philosophy lies a stark and unapologetic assertion about life. It's a miserable affair, and then you die. While not a direct quote from Schopenhauer, this sentiment captures the essence of his worldview, which presents life as an endless cycle of suffering, driven by a blind and insatiable universal will that enslaves all living beings. The will, as the universal principle for Schopenhauer, the foundation of reality, is what he calls the will to live, Wille zum Leben, an irrational, blind, and ceaseless force that compels all beings to exist and perpetuate themselves. This will has no ultimate purpose, only an unending drive. Consequently, existence is marked by a constant struggle. While we strive to fulfill our desires, we inevitably suffer. And when we do attain our goals, the resulting pleasure is fleeting, soon replaced by boredom. The endless cycle of suffering. Schopenhauer believed life oscillates between two poles, pain and boredom. While struggling to meet our needs, we endure pain. When those needs are momentarily satisfied, boredom sets in, leaving us with an existential void. Happiness, in his view, is merely the temporary absence of pain, a brief reprieve in an otherwise relentless storm. In his seminal work, The World as Will and Representation, 1818, Schopenhauer argues that suffering is not an anomaly, but the very essence of life. To him, humanity is trapped in a cruel existence where suffering is not just inevitable, but intrinsic to the nature of being. Life as a tragedy. Schopenhauer likens life to a tragedy where each individual plays a role in an absurd drama. This perspective not only rejects optimistic visions of human progress and happiness, but also critiques the promises of salvation offered by traditional religions. According to him, no belief system or ideology can truly save us from the inherent suffering of existence. Is escape possible? While Schopenhauer paints a grim picture of life, he does propose certain ways to escape. One of these is the renunciation of the will. By recognizing the futility of our desires, we can transcend the endless struggle of wanting. Another option is art, especially music, which he sees as a temporary reprieve from the demands of the will, allowing us to contemplate reality without being enslaved by it. Schopenhauer also looks to asceticism as a model of life that rejects the impulses of the will. Inspired by Eastern philosophies like Buddhism and Hinduism, he saw the denial of desire as a path to a kind of inner peace, though not necessarily to happiness. Final reflection. Schopenhauer's philosophy is not an invitation to absolute nihilism, but a call to confront life with honesty. In his view, acknowledging the cruelty and suffering inherent in existence does not have to lead to despair, but can instead foster a deeper understanding of our nature and the forces that govern us. Ultimately, Schopenhauer did not offer easy consolation. His message, though harsh, encourages a radical acceptance of life as it is. It reminds us that even amidst suffering, we can find glimpses of meaning, whether through art, compassion for others, or the renunciation of the endless cycle of desire. Life may be a tragic stage, but it also provides an opportunity to contemplate, comprehend, and, to the extent possible, transcend.